let's just get into this, shall we? Hi, hello. It's Maya. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name's Maya. I post kind of like lifestyle, chit-chatty, vlog type videos, and then I sprinkle in some body mod stuff here and there, which of course the body mod stuff is typically what I'm known for. I just don't discriminate on what I post. If any of that interests you, maybe consider liking the video, commenting on the video, subscribing to my channel, follow me on all my social media, do all that fun stuff. So, this video is a long time coming. I have not posted an updated plug collection since 2020. I'm pretty sure I uploaded it January of 2020, so it's been about 4 years and 3 months. And I have accumulated far too many plugs in that period of time. So I'm going to be trying on all my plugs today for you guys, and I'm also going to be showing you guys my hangers, and I'm also just going to kind of go over my little setup in my nose because I got a question about it on another video, and I just kind of figured I'd throw that in here too. So we'll get the nose situation out of the way first. My nostril piercings are a 16 gauge. The studs that I have in them are internally threaded labrays. A labret is typically something that you would wear in like your lip, but I like wearing them in my nostrils because it just feels a lot more sturdy to me. Now, I personally like internally threaded jewelry just because it feels secure. Basically, what internally threaded means is that the threading, so the part that screws into the piercing, is on the ball rather than on the post. I just like it because I feel like it's tighter and it's gonna stay in place and not fall out, and I'm not gonna be losing the balls of my jewelry. The nose chain is just from Etsy. You can just search up nose chain. All I had to do was just measure from one piercing to the other using millimeters, and then I think I sized up like 1 extra millimeter just in case, just to give myself some room so it wasn't too tight. And then the septum ring is a 6 gauge 5/16 diameter steel clicker ring. This one is a little bit on the pricier side. It was like 20 something dollars because a lot of bigger septum sizes will have a wider diameter, and I just don't particularly like that look. I don't like the look of it hanging over my lip. I like it very small but big. I like it centered. A lot of them also are like segment rings, so you have to like physically like stretch the piercing and like take the bar in and out. This one you don't have to do that. You can quite simply just, like you can see it there, snap it open, take it out, and it's that simple. Clean off my boogers from this really quick. It's just a lot more convenient than having to fiddle with something a lot, especially if I'm going to like get an x-ray or get an MRI. Not that I've ever had to do those things recently, except for when I went to the dentist. Anyways, that's the nose setup. You're welcome. Quick little disclaimer before we get into this. I'm going to be trying on all of these plugs for you guys. So that means I'm going to be touching and fiddling with my earlobes a lot. They're probably, I'm guessing, going to get a little bit red, a little bit annoyed at me. That's completely fine. It's skin. You mess with skin too much, what's gonna happen? It's gonna get a little discolored. Another disclaimer, I have really tiny thin baby earlobes, okay? Like, my lobes were very small to begin with. I also have old blowouts. Why do you think I made the videos on how to stretch your ears properly? So that you guys wouldn't make the same mistakes I did when I was like 16 years old. So, I got little baby earlobes, alright? That is due to past mistakes. I know people can be a little bit judgmental, but like honestly, who cares, right? Scar tissue happens. It's alright. Second disclaimer, I do not remember where 90% of these plugs are from. Some of them were also gifted to me, so I just don't know. And also, even if I did, I wouldn't be able to link them down below for you guys because I've gotten some of these so long ago that they're probably not even available on the website that I bought them from. However, if you just search up whatever the name of the plug is that I have, you will find them on like a lot of different websites. Now, where I personally buy plugs from are Body Art Forms, King's Body Jewelry, Arctic Buffalo. I've been gifted some from Urban Body Jewelry. I've been gifted some from Stretch It Body Jewelry, and I've had some bought for me from Plug Your Holes. If you ever come across a body jewelry website that you're not really sure about if it's like reputable or not, just search it up with Reddit. They'll be able to tell you if it's good or bad and how the customer service is and all those types of fun things. And lastly, I still have a code with Stretch It Body Jewelry, so if you would like to use my code, it's Maya10 for 10% off your first order. I have a hair on me. I do get commission for that. You don't have to use the code. Okay, let's get into this. So I keep all of my plugs in this jewelry box container thingy that I got from Amazon. It is 7 by 5, which means that there is 45. Am I doing math right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 35 pairs of plugs in here. I'm smart. Kind of, maybe a little bit. 36, but we'll get there. Now, that's not including all of my stretching plugs. This is what I used to keep my plugs in, but as I got more and got a bunch of glass plugs, this is where they live now. I have them all the way from 12 millimeters to 25 millimeters. Will I ever stretch my ears to 25 millimeters? Possibly, probably not. I don't know, but they're there if the option is needed. Why do I still have the ones all the way down to 12 millimeters? Well, if I take my plugs out for too long in the wintertime, they will shrivel up and shrink, and I gotta re-stretch them back up to their normal size. It happens like every winter. Usually takes like 1 to 2 months, depending on how consistent I am with keeping them in and sleeping with them in. Yeah. I do also have plugs that I am not going to be showing you guys. These are just ones that I've either grown out of, they're just not interesting to me, or they were gifted to me and I don't particularly like them that much. I will insert a clip of it if you are interested in looking at them, but for the most part, they're whatever to me. The noise my stomach just made. Really quick, this is a purple cat eye plug. I don't have the other pairing, my bad. Same thing with this glass plug. I lost it at a movie theater, and I have yet to rebuy a second pair of these because these are actually some of my favorite plugs that I owned, and I'm very sad that I lost one while seeing Saw. Alright, let's get into this. I'm gonna pop these bad boys out. We'll get to these later. We're gonna start with my steel plugs. First up, a classic. These are stainless steel single flare tunnels. I think everybody who stretches their ears owns a pair of these. Just a very simple, very classic pair of plugs. Sometimes what I like to do to jazz it up a little bit is I'll add some hoops, and that just makes you look a little bit fancier. Also, because there's so many plugs here, I am gonna do my best to kind of just like fly through these so this video isn't like 10 hours long. These are steel black double flared screw-ons. I am not screwing the back on right now because I don't feel like it, but you will see it in the clip I'm showing you. These are really nice. The only downside is that when you are screwing the back on, you need to be really careful to not pinch your skin, because that would not be fun. Then we have the same thing here, just in rose gold. I had a rose gold phase like 6 years ago. I'm not really the biggest fan of it now. This also just looks like straight up gold. These are one of my favorite pairs that I have. They're steel saddle plugs. Saddle plugs basically just kind of sit in your ear, and then there's no top part to it. They just kind of hang there. I did actually get these in a 19 millimeter instead of a 22 millimeter. I had got the 22 millimeter first, and then they came in the mail, and I was just a little bit freaked out by them because they looked a little bit too long, and I didn't even want to risk putting it in my earlobes because I felt like they were gonna get stuck, so I just returned them and I got a smaller size. And I'm glad that I did because they fit really nicely, I think. Another favorite pair, more saddle plugs. This time it's a snake. I think it's really cool and different and interesting, and it looks fun. These are another pair of screw-on black plugs. It just has an, I don't know how to say it, I think it's abalone top. I don't really wear these often, but they are pretty. Okay, we're gonna move on to silicone plugs. If I wear silicone, I'm definitely only wearing it for a day, and then I'm taking them out and letting my ears rest. I also sometimes like to sleep in these types of plugs just because they're a lot more comfortable than sleeping in like steel or stone. Or they can be sometimes. It doesn't really bother me sleeping in stone. But anyways, these are hider plugs, so they're just flesh-toned silicone double flares. I got these back in 2020 when I quit my job and I was looking for a new job, and I was trying to like look a little bit professional. Not that piercings and tattoos aren't professional, but we all know how corporate America is. I ended up not even needing these because the jobs I got hired at didn't care, but I own them now. Next are these white silicone double flare plugs. And then I had the same ones, just in a matte blue color. Next are these white and black silicone double flare tunnels. I have a whole video showing you guys how to insert double flare silicone tunnels. Well, it's part of the video. I'll link it in the eye, whichever one it was. If I am sleeping, these are typically the ones that I will choose to sleep in. Then we have these eyelets in a fleshy tone color. And a white pair. Eyelets are really cool because they're basically just super, super thin, and they kind of like adhere and I guess more for cling to your skin in a weird way. I don't know how to explain it, but these are some of my favorite to wear, specifically these flesh colored ones. I really do just like the fact that they do look like skin, so I think it just makes for a super like interesting look. Lastly, for silicone are these double flare cleared silicone tunnels. Teardrop tunnels. I should probably add that in. They're teardrop shaped. These are also some of my favorites. I just like the way it makes my ear look fucking huge. I like that it gives it a completely different shape. We're gonna move on to wood plugs. Now, wood plugs are ones that I really do not wear often, and if I do, I'm especially not going to wear them in the winter. They just dry up really easily, and that can make for not a fun time in your earlobes. It can make it difficult to get them in and out, and honestly, a lot of the times I just don't want to struggle with it. Not that it's anything to struggle with. I think I just overthink it personally. You probably will have no problem with it. That being said, these are custom wood plugs. These ones I know are from Stretch It Body Jewelry because I had them customly engraved for me with the little Aquarius symbol. I'm just not sure what type of wood that it is, so my bad. I'm gonna butcher the name of this, but black orang airing double flare wood plugs. They're just super, super black. In the light, you can see like the teeny tiny, littlest tiniest bit of dark brown, but for the most part, they are exactly what they say they are. Another favorite pair of mine that I do not wear often, simply just because of the awkward shape and the fact that it points down here. If I was going to wear this, I would wear it on like a date, you know? Or maybe if I'm just like going out to eat or going somewhere nice. Basically anywhere where I'm not gonna be wearing it for a long period of time. That was a little bit crooked. The only thing is that I do not know what type of wood that this is, but a lot of websites sell this in like darker woods and lighter woods, so you'll have plenty of options if you do like these. Next are these Sono wood tunnels with a turquoise inlay. I really don't ever wear these. They do kind of look like eyeballs in my ears, which I think is fun and cool or whatever, but overall I don't really think these are like my style anymore. And then lastly are these olive wood tunnels. We're moving along to glass plugs, starting with these double flared clear teardrops. These are another fun one. Then we have these opalite tunnels. Now, I've been told that opalite is glass. Correct me if I'm wrong. I thought it was a stone when I first made a video about them, but then I had people tell me it was glass. So, I don't know. I think it's glass. Yeah, these are pretty. I don't really like the color of them anymore. Like, wearing them in my ears right now, I'm just kind of like, it's not really me. Maybe I'll sell these one day. Make room for new ones. Then we have some cat eye plugs. I have these in pink. And then also blue. Alrighty, moving along to my favorite material when it comes to plugs. Stone. I just think stone plugs are extremely pretty. They're very versatile. You can get them in any color, so you can mix match them with any outfit that you want. They're just really nice. We're gonna kick it off with these double flared amethyst plugs. These ones are really cool because they're not just purple. They have this weird little like silver something in them. Part of me kind of has been wanting to get a second pair of amethyst plugs just so that I can kind of have them be a little more like purple and not so much whatever that stuff is, but for now they make do. Now these ones were ones that I picked out on Urban Body Jewelry, so I don't remember the name of them. I will insert it on the screen of what the correct name is. However, if I had to guess right now, I think that they're like a yellow turquoise, but I'm probably wrong about that. Same with these. These are another pair that I'm pretty sure that I picked out on Urban Body Jewelry and I don't remember the name of. It is on the screen right now. If I had to guess, I think it's a red jasper snakeskin. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. And then these were another pair that I picked out that are some of my favorites. They're just howlite teardrops. I just really love me a white pair of plugs. Moving right along. These are green line jasper double flares. And then these black dragon agate double flares. These ones are really cool because when the light hits them, it kind of looks like dragon scales, hence the name. Next are these onyx concave double flares. Concave basically just means that the flat surface is not in fact flat, but it is curved in. It is concaved a little. Sticking with the onyx theme, these are onyx double flare tunnels. I wouldn't say these are like my favorite, but they are definitely a pair that I do gravitate towards frequently. These next three I'm going to show you, I would say are my top 3 favorites, so I guess we'll start with number 3, which are these rose quartz double flare tunnels. I love these. I think I just love anything that looks like fleshy toned, and you will see that with the next pair, which are these peach jade double flares. I wear these a lot with any outfit, even though it's pink. It looks more like a skin tone type of color, so it just goes with everything. Finishing it off with my favorite pair of plugs of all time, which I'm gonna fuck up the name. Labradorite? Labradorite? I don't know, okay? What I do know is that it looks pretty, the sunlight hits it, it glimmers, it's the perfect shade of like a green, blue, smoky type of color. They're so pretty, okay? They're so pretty. Since I wear them all the time, I'm finishing off the video with wearing them. Now I'm just gonna insert clips of me wearing some of my hangers. I will say when it comes to these in particular, these 2 pairs, which I'm sorry, I'm unsure the name of, these 2 pairs are definitely ones that you do not want to wear for long periods of time. I've tried wearing these on a date, and after like 2 hours I had to take them out because they just felt really, really heavy in my ears. And then these, I do not actually wear as jewelry. I will tend to wear these if I leave my plugs out overnight and one of my ears needs a little bit of help just kind of like warming itself back up. We're not stretching with these. It's just nice to have like a little bit of weight to kind of like get the blood flow into it and like get it worked up again so that it is like a little bit stretchier and I can fit my normal size back in. All right. Oh my god, I feel like I have talked for 10,000 years. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna give my earlobes lots of TLC tonight. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a comment. Let me know which pair of plugs were your favorite, which pair of plugs you own that are your favorites. Follow me on all my social media, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.